What is going good, fellas, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. My name is Marvin, and on today's video we are gonna react to 50 facts for 50 states. The video is just 3 minutes long, so I do not really believe that we have 50 facts for really all 50 states, but for some of them. And yeah, for those of you who are new, make sure to possibly hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Reacting to things. You can also influence all of the content here on this channel by writing down in the comment section what I should react next. And yeah, with everything being said, I would say we hop right into that video. Let's go.
We have Space Camp.
Okay. Wait, we have Space Camp. This is Alabama. I know that there was a movie called Space Camp, but I've never watched it. I don't know if Alabama can be that proud to say, we had Space Camp, that movie. We are so proud of that movie. That was the best movie ever to watch, to ever be played. I doubt it. Why? Because I think a lot of people do not really know what Space Camp is. So it could be possible that it is like a NASA astronaut point, but I don't really know. So I'm a bit confused about the Space Camp, about Alabama. If anybody of you knows something more here, write it down in the comment section. It would be very, very interesting to know.
Space Camp, ranked most prepared for a zombie apocalypse.
Okay. Zombie apocalypse, one of the main threats that you face when you have a zombie apocalypse, in my opinion, is that there are zombies and they are coming out of other people. So people are dying and then becoming zombies. And why is Alaska so good? Because they are less or very little populated, have a little population, a lot of space, and they are in a very northern part. So if you have some groups wanting to walk up, I don't really know if they really like it when it is that cold, like in Alaska. So of course it makes sense that they are ranked most prepared for a zombie apocalypse. Well, they could also be very highly ranked on something like that, because Alaskan people have to do a lot by their own, because they cannot drive every day, for example, to the supermarket, because in most cases they are maybe living on a farm or somewhere in the outback where not a lot of things are. So even to come to the doctor needs maybe a day trip or something like that. So they are really living their life by preparing everything for themselves. So yeah, it's logic. It's logic.
You like canyons? We've got a grand one.
Okay. That's a low-key joke, but yeah, I like it. I like it.
We have the most dog owners. Most professional
Arkansas
sports teams.
This is also interesting. We have California, most professional sports teams. We have a big state, so it's not really surprising. We have California, I guess, 38 million people living there. It's nearly half of the population of Germany. So it's big. It's very big. We have a lot of major cities from the US there: San Diego, Sacramento, Los Angeles, and I believe some smaller ones. When we are looking just to LA, we have a whole bunch of sport teams. We have 2 teams of the NHL. We have 2 basketball teams, plus Sacramento, which makes it 3 in the whole state. We have 2 American football NFL teams. We have a bunch of college teams. We have, for example, the UCLA, Cal. We have Stanford. We have a lot of football programs. I don't know if they count as professional sport teams, but yeah, this is not really surprising. I would rank New York as number 2, because the city itself has also 3 ice hockey teams, if you call also the Devils within that range, and 2 basketball teams, and so on and so far. Yeah.
Nothing but net.
We've got disproportionately more gluten-free stuff as compared to the national average.
Gluten-free, okay. Colorado, people with gluten-free food. Yeah, okay, it's just compared to the national average, so maybe there is a food company providing that, and they're having a lot of local stuff, or they want to buy more local stuff, which comes to that day.
An old-timey nickname for us is the Nutmakers.
Home to the Pumpkin
Nutmakers.
Chunkin' World Championship. This
What?
thing where they use a bunch of devices to throw pumpkins.
No way! I saw somebody, they had, in Germany we call it Steinschleuder, I don't know what the English word is, so it's like you have two pieces going up, and then you have something, yeah, you throw the pumpkin inside that, and make this, and pew! It bangs very far. I did not know that it comes from Delaware, so this is a very, very nice tradition. I love it. Yeah, it would be also nice to see that championship, that competition, whatever, which devices they are using. Would be also nice to make a reaction if you guys want to see something or want to see a reaction on that. Write down in the comment section, because yeah, I would love to see that, to be honest.
Second largest ocean coastline after Alaska.
We're number
Okay, yeah, makes sense, because we are having, yeah, just coastline. It's not the biggest state by the area, or the area, but yeah, it's just ocean around it, and you have a lot of little islands, I believe, which also counts as coastline, so it's not a surprise here. But here in Georgia, number 1 in barbecue, this is surprising to me, because I always thought number 1 in barbecue is Texas. I don't know why, but barbecue and beans, that's Texas for me, and not Georgia, but okay. Today I learned something. Georgia, number 1 in barbecue.
one in barbecue.
State where you're least likely to collide with a deer.
Oh, wow, really? Really? That would be, like you say, in Germany, it's like the country that you at least collide with a crocodile. Why? Yeah, because we do not have crocodiles. And I do not know if Hawaii has any deers. No, they haven't. And this is why, okay. But I take it as a fact. Not bad. Reproduce 72 types of...
72 types of precious and semi-precious stones.
Huh? Huh? You're making stones and selling them, or what? Deep Dish Pizza, Illinois. The worlds love you for that. I do not know if you were the inventors of it, but Deep Dish Pizza, that's nice.
Deep dish pizza.
The Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the world's largest
Wow.
spectator sporting facility.
And I believe, hope I'm not wrong, Indiana, Indy 500, 500 stands for the 500,000 people inside of that stadium. And one of my subscribers wrote a good comment that I want to grab a little bit here, because he said there is also a part of a golf course in it, and you could also have a ride course, you know, where horses are running around and you can bet on them and stuff like that. You have space for this, for so much other stuff, and Indy 500 would still be bigger. And this is something, this is so crazy. You have to be there to imagine how big the Indy 500 is.
We've got the highest population of pigs. Look at
Okay,
those pigs.
Iowa.
Home to one of the 2 largest balls of twine.
Huh?
Where's the other one?
We have the longest cave system. Whoa.
We've got the most
Okay.
single people.
Single people, Louisiana. Let's see if we can see a correlation here. Louisiana, for me, when Louisiana comes to my mind, I always think of New Orleans. Okay, that's not a big surprise. But I secondly think then, okay, St. Patrick's Parade, New Orleans. It's big party. It's a lot of tourists. And maybe, just maybe, the people are fine with tourists, you know? You have, yeah, other cultures, having some fun with them, and then changing to another one. And why not staying single when you have these chances, you know? Yeah, I'm just saying. Could be the reason. I don't know.
Single people.
We've got the oldest population.
Oldest population in Maine. Okay, not a big surprise. I think Maine is the northest state of New England. or one of the, at least. And yeah, if you're older, you want to have a calm, a relaxed life, I think that you can have it in Maine. It's not a big city, it's not a big state, but I think the winters are really hard, and if you have to make wood to have heat in your house or something like that, then it's not easy. So, okay.
The state sport is jousting.
Home to the top 3 most Irish towns.
Massachusetts, Irish towns, makes sense. We had the Boston Tea Party in Boston. Wow. That's the best fact ever, yeah. Boston Tea Party in Boston. But yeah, there were a lot of colonies, British colonies coming to America and yeah, spreading all over the country. And so it makes sense that also Irish people came with British people to America. So that makes
Colon, Michigan
sense.
is the self-proclaimed magic capital of the world.
oh, for all Ohio Buckeyes fans, close your ears, because I think the Michigan Wolverines just put some magic on the Ohio Buckeyes on the last weekend. We saw a massive win by the Wolverines against the Buckeyes. It was a snowy game, I believe, but crazy, yeah? That was magic.
The world.
We got the most golfers per capita.
Okay.
We get the most sleep per night on average.
Most sleep, Mississippi. To be honest, this is a bit surprising. Why? Because I think Mississippi is near the equator. Equator means you have a lot of daylight. And yeah, the nights are shorter a little bit. So I do not really know why Mississippians are sleeping so much on average. Maybe they have a calm life. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Average. Tied with Alabama.
Birthplace of Mark Twain, and where most of his famous
don't know
stories
it.
took place.
Residents view it as the best place to live.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Montana, best place to live. Maybe you have some viewers from Montana. Would be nice to know if you guys would recommend your state as the best place to live. Because in my opinion, it's a bit harder. Why? Because yeah, Montana is Montana. Yeah, there is not a big city. I think that you are very likely to live a little bit more like Canadian people, but just because it's near the border. Of course, you're Americans. That's not the fact here. But compared to other Americans, I think that you have a little bit more Canadian lifestyle, which means a lot of space, a lot of outback, less people. So it would be interesting to know which types of measurements they put into this list to have it as the best place to live. For example, I believe you get very cheap land. Yeah, land is very cheap in Montana. Why? Because there are not a lot of people, and not a lot of people want to go to Montana. In terms of pricing for land, this could be the best place to live, but I don't know.
Tied with Alaska.
We got the most homes with indoor plumbing.
Do you like what you see?
Okay.
Prostitution is legal in parts of Nevada.
The first
Hey, see, maybe Nevada is for some people a little bit better or the best place to live just because of that. Yeah, it could be. New Hampshire, we have the first free public library. It's also New England, I believe. We have a lot of universities who are building up there, so it makes sense that you also have the first public library.
Public
in New
library
Hampshire,
was
so
founded here in
it's okay.
1833.
First state to ratify the Bill of Rights.
We have the highest population of Hispanic people.
Yeah, New Mexico just makes sense, yeah. I think that a lot of Hispanic people, they like the hotter weather, they like the climate, and you just get it in New Mexico. Why? It's very near the Mexican border, and yeah, also the landscape looks a little bit maybe like in a lot of Hispanic countries. Not every country, but yeah, it just makes sense. You want to feel home, and you can feel home in the U.S., in New Mexico, as a Hispanic. Yeah, so.
Population of Hispanic people.
Birthplace to the most astronauts.
First public
Okay.
university. Oh, thank you. I did it.
Okay, I
We
thought
got
it's
the largest
Massachusetts.
penises.
Great
We're
information.
the most likely to motherfucking curse.
Oklahoma has a musical written about it. I've never seen it. It looks great, though.
Portland, Oregon has the most strip clubs per capita.
We're home to Gettysburg, Independence Hall, Liberty Bell, and Valley Forge now.
Yeah, I think Pennsylvania has a lot of history, and yeah, I think something like the Liberty Bell is very nice to see. And,
National Park.
Yeah, cool one.
More Rhode Islanders over the age of 12 smoke marijuana monthly than any other state.
We're the most polite state.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Cows outnumber
Yes,
people
sir.
over 4 to 1.
South Dakota, yeah, I think they are providing a lot of meat to the whole nation, to the whole country. This is why they have 4 times more cows than people living there. And it just makes sense, okay? They are focused on the agriculture, providing some stuff for the rest of the nation. Yeah, why not? Why not? A lot of farmers and meat producers in South Dakota.
Home of Jack Daniels, the best-selling American whiskey in the world.
And okay, and also a lot of music, I think, taking place in Tennessee. A lot of great music, country and stuff like that. It's famous
Texas
for
has the
that.
most deaths from hands, fists, and feet.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Hold on a second. Texas, I believe, is one of the most populated states in the US. So it makes sense that you have most deaths in general, or that you are higher ranked. Why? Because, yeah, makes sense. There are more people living there. But then, most deaths from hands, fists, and feet. I always thought that Texans have the highest number of weapons privately owned. And yeah, this is a bit surprising why a lot of from fist fights and stuff like that. But yeah, in general, most deaths for me, it doesn't say anything. Why? Because you have a lot of population in Texas. So you have to see the percentage. Then you would have a good
Fists and feet.
We're #1 in volunteerism.
Oh,
I'm not even getting paid
volunteers.
for this.
We've
No,
got the
no,
most crap-
we have the Tennessee volunteers, or the University Tennessee volunteers. It should be the Utah. We have the Utah Buffaloes, I believe. No, this is Colorado Buffaloes. Utah, I don't know, Utah, when you need a new name for any college or something like that, take the volunteers.
Breweries per capita.
We got the most
Vermont,
vanity
okay.
license plates per capita.
We're the least likely to gosh darn curse.
Home of the first Mother's Day
So
celebration.
bad, I understand.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh. Makes sense now, yeah? We have a lot of cheeseheads on the Packers games, and I did not really know why. But it seems like Wisconsin is maybe #1, or I don't know. They are producing cheese. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I never thought about it. Always thought, oh, okay, cheesehead, why? Yeah, but okay.
Cheese.
92.7% of the population is Caucasian.
Caucasian. Don't know what it is. Okay, guys, that was the video. I do not think that we covered all 50 states, but yeah, it was a nice video. I hope I gave you guys a little bit input on my thoughts on these specific statistics. It was a very, very interesting video. I leave you the link of the original video in the video description. And with everything being said, I wish you guys a great day and a great week, and see you hopefully on my next video. Goodbye.